Hey everybody, we are live. We are live. It's your old buddy, the Dreamer there. And it is my special honor, my special privilege, and my special opportunity to be able to speak to a musician who is an inspirational leader and he's an artistic, inspirational motivator with his guitar music, and we're going to hear some of that today. Will everybody in the chat please welcome to the show my esteemed guest, Dakota Shredley Amacker.
Woo.
Hey,
Hello, hello.
Dakota, how
Ooh,
are you?
thanks for having me. Doing great.
Awesome. Awesome.
Woo.
So before we get into this, Shredley, before we get into this, let's just go over here to the chat real quick and recognize those that have been nice enough to show up. Got just Mike saying I'm ready today and looks interesting. Dude has a killer white Charvel.
Thank you.
And we do have Become a Guitarist today, which you had an interview with this morning. I just had an interview with Dakota this morning here in Australia. Awesome player and great guy.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
Hey, thank you to everybody who's hitting the commands today.
Woo.
So, Dakota Macker
Ah,
Shredley himself, Mr. Shredley, is a welcome to Dreamland Studios, my friend. I am the dreamer. Welcome to my world and
Thank
welcome
you
to
for
my
having me.
show. Thank you. Hanging with the dreamer. It's all about the artist, it's all about music, it's all about the power of magic and inspiration. So, on that note, anybody who would like to subscribe more, I have some shows booked up coming up. Um, all the way now, I have tentative schedule booked to the third week of August.
Woo.
So everybody, come on in, subscribe, hit that notification so you don't miss anything. Yep, and if you want to be a guest on the show, please email the dreamer at hangingwiththedreamer.com and let me know, hey, I just want to be on your show, or write me a messenger and just reach out to me. I will reach out to you really within 24 hours. And literally, and also as my webcam says, special a special thank you to the O'Donnell Media Group. And thank you for all the opportunity that you are giving me. And I hope you will enjoy this show today. Thank you, O'Donnell Media Group. Thank you. So let's talk about Invictus.
Woo.
What is the inspiration behind Invictus, Dakota?
Well, um, I had actually had the songs, at least the idea of them, already pre-written and everything, well before 2020. But I'm pretty sure I could speak for most people when I say 2020 was a lot for most of us, and a lot of inspiration came from that year, both good and bad. And at the time when COVID first started, I was working at a hospital as a floor technician and a housekeeper. And in short, we got put through a good bit, as you could imagine. And all the way up until around Thanksgiving, I ended up finding a different job working at a local Walmart. And I didn't get COVID. We were very safe when we worked at the hospital. But about 6 months in, working at Walmart, I got it right around Thanksgiving, and it was not a good time. I would not recommend catching it to anyone. But I was out for 2 weeks in quarantine, and one of my buddies from work, he was sick around the same time, and he couldn't even get out of bed. It was bad. Really drained you fatigue wise, and instead of resting like I should have, I ended up tracking the entire 13 track album. And like, how did you find the strength or energy to do that? And I was like, I don't know. I can't sit here. I got stuff to do, you know. So that's it. I took the songs, and the title itself, Invictus, is supposed to mean unbreakable, undefeatable. You know, especially after 2020. You know, we're still here, and I was like, you know what? Time to make an album. So that's what I did. 13 tracks of instrumental guitar fury. Uh-huh. And that's what I did right around Thanksgiving. I tracked all 13 of them.
Invictus is a. Can you hear me? Okay, is my voice loud enough for you? Okay,
Yeah, I got you.
thank you. Well, Invictus reminds me of a combination. I've heard the whole album, and everybody in the chat. There's people filing in right now,
Hmm.
and everybody in the chat pick up Dakota Amacker's CD. Pick up Shredley. Pick that up right there. That CD, Dakota's got a bright future. And I definitely see somewhere down the line Dakota and entering into a realm of solo being a solo guitarist who very well can sit with the greats like Steve Stevens, like Gary Hoey, and some of my personal heroes. Dakota is a wonderful musician. He's a great guy, and I strongly recommend picking up his CD. All of his links are down the description box below. So,
Thank you.
who are the companies that you are working with now, Dakota?
The ones I'm an artist with at the moment, Elixir strings, I swear by 'em. They last forever. I beat the mess out of my strings, and they still hold up. Um, it was a dream come true getting with Elixir. You know, they're my favorite brand. I've converted I don't know how many people over to their products. Um, and of course, Lizard Spit products. You know, Chris Webster, he makes some amazing products to keep your instruments and more, you know, polished and looking great and taken care of as well. He even makes automotive products, a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Um, Lizard Spit guitar products. Also, Raw 5 guitar picks. They're based in Brazil, and they make my signature pick, the Precision Series SPM. I think it's 1.40 millimeter, really thick. In fact, I got one here. Can actually show you. I don't know how well that shows up, but as you
Yeah.
can tell, it's not very flexible. In fact, it doesn't bend at all. I just like a really thick pick, and they make something for everyone. They got a lot of different models and whatnot. And because I used Dunlop picks for a long time, very sharp. I just wanted to try something with a little bit more rounder edge, but still pointy, and I got that one. And then, of course, Spectraflex cables. I got what's left of one I've always carried with me. Used to have my name on it, but you know, uh, they've made excellent products for years, top tier quality cables, and I bought from them for, you know, I think a little over a year, maybe 2 years now, and they just don't wear out. They hold up great, and I love them. Swear by them. Spectraflex cables, and recently I tried out a product by a brand new company called Drop. They make a product called the Drop Strap, and I don't have it on me, but basically, especially in my eyes, like beginners, when you're starting out trying to find out where to put your strap, you have to adjust it on the go. Well, they make a product that literally at the click of a button, you can adjust it up, click it again, drop it down, good to go. Like,
Wow.
really, really cool.
I gotta look them up.
Oh yeah. And of
There's
course, the brands that I'm not with at the moment, you know, I'm working towards it, so to speak. Charvel, you know, most people, even a few people here in this chat, have seen me with my Charvel stars, which I got one of them with me. Oh, good gosh. You know, this one's the most popular of my fleet, if you will. This is Storm, and I love Charvel. I've managed to get quite the collection. Apparently, I have a silver tongue and know how to do trades. But I swear by Charvel, and all my guitars, all my main fleet, and then some are equipped with the MG pickups. I love them. You know, big shout out to Mr. Tommy at EMG Pickups. And of course, amp wise, pretty sure we all know what I rock. Black Star amp. Got this little guy here just to, fly 3 on the go. Awesome little amp. Uh, I think I have 5 of their amps total right now. 3 heads, a little battery power one, and a little uh, 40 watt that just came out recently. I love Black Star. That's the tone that I found my playing in. You know, I used to use a little multi effects pedal hooked up to a very, very cheaper amp, if you will. And I didn't really find myself till I swapped to Black Star, and then of course Charvel and the EMG pickups. I love them. Just can't get enough of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Woo,
Well, let's thank you for breaking that down.
woo.
The the music therapy lab says, "Hey now, Dwight Bailey." Just Mike says, "Love Charvel Jackson guitars."
Yeah,
Music therapy lab says, "Hey now" to Dwight Bailey. Just Mike. Okay, and then music therapy lab said, Music Therapy Labs says that he loves EMG and Blackstar.
woo.
I'm gonna bookmark that. The funny thing happened. Well, not funny. I'm still pretty. I'm really honored. But music. I'm gonna be on Music Therapy Labs' show as a guest
Sweet.
on in on the 18th, July 18th, 9:30 a.m. Live on YouTube. Right, Laz? And great guy. Thank you again for the invite, Laz. It's not often I'm a guest. Thank
Heck
you.
yeah.
Um,
Will be a good one.
sure will. I'm excited. It's gonna be cool. Let's see. I owe Laz a lot. Because he's given me an incredible opportunity. Dwight Bailey says hello to Dreamers Live. Let's see. Yeah, Music Therapy Laz, Love EMGs, and Black Star. Dwight Bailey, just Mike. Hey, Shredley, I love that white Charvel with the white MG. Such a rad guitar. So,
Appreciate that.
but I saw a very important person in the chat that I do not want to miss. My wife. Hi, babe.
Oh,
Have a good show.
hello.
Thanks, baby. You give us a heart. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you for being here, babe. Enjoy the show. Cat, she's my other half, man.
Oh,
I owe her a lot, man. I owe Cindy a lot. I love her to death. She's my pride and joy. I'll tell you, she really is. Um, over here, yeah, just Mike. Everybody knows each other. Looking forward to it. Yeah, me too. Music therapy lads. Me too. Hey, what do you think of the new webcam, lads? Will this work for your show? So I have. Oh, that's right. Have you ever seen Dwight Bailey's Randy Rose Jackson guitar? He has a lot of them. Have you ever seen Dwight Bailey play?
I have to hit them up.
Yeah, definitely. So just switch on the. There we go. So tell me, what is what would you say is the big thing behind your inspiration? Where does the inspiration for your music where where does it come from? What inspired you to write the guitar music that you write, Shredley?
Well, with my first CD, Unoya, which I got a copy of that too. You know, very
Very
limited supply, physical copy wise. Um, that CD was supposed to be like a glimpse into my mind to give people an idea of what I have to offer, musically. But with Invictus, like I said, I started writing it before 2020, but of course, everything that went on through that year, I had a lot of interesting, good songwriting material because on top of COVID and everything I was being put through, as far as being on the front lines when everything hit the fan, On top of that, my wife, I love you, Amanda, if you see this. Um, she got sick right before or right around when COVID started. She kicked cancer's butt long before we met, and she it got sick again. She has aplastic anemia, had to get a bone marrow transplant. She got it. She's doing great so far. Don't freak out. But it was like a big juggling act, a roller coaster of things. Because being on the front line with COVID, that was going on with my wife, and it was just a lot. And like I said, a lot of it just inspired me to write, finish the album. Because, like I say, the album Invictus, Invincible or Unbreakable is what that translates into. And I don't know, I wanted to do it not just for me, but for everyone. We're still here, we're still kicking. And I just wanted to be like you know, a milestone for not just me, but everyone, to show that you can just keep pushing forward no matter what you go through. And most of the songs, that's what it's about, coming out of that dark place or just trying to stay strong and withstand everything that you're going through. Bit of everything on there.
Music therapy labs looks good. Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, is anybody inspired by what Dakota, by what Shredley just said, just shared? Because I got to tell you, the words that just came out of my guest's mouth just inspired me. Like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And you know something? It's really nice to hear somebody else say that because it's this has been hard for everybody.
Oh yeah.
And when you got to deal with health issues and that causes a incredible strain on a relationship.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's easy for people to get frustrated. It's how easy for people to just go,
Oh yeah.
I wish this would stop, but you can't do that. And
Just gotta keep
everything,
pushing.
gotta keep pushing, gotta keep pushing.
Yeah.
And just
Keep pushing on.
thank you, Mike. That's good.
Mhm.
So yes, Dakota, you got it, man. Music therapy, last saying music is therapy for a lot of things that we go through in life. And it's one of the best ways of expressing our feelings.
Absolutely agree.
I can't say any better than that.
Oh yeah.
Good job, Last. Good job. Because that's it. Music is it's a vehicle. It's literally a transport. It helps get our it's a transport for our feelings and for our thoughts and our emotions and our concerns. Music comes out. Sometimes I know I myself, Dakota, Shredley, I I don't know how to express myself. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to express myself without getting all, you know, frustrated and so on and so forth. So,
I hear you.
you know, music is the key. Music, for those that really understand it and understand the meaning behind it, the purpose of it, music's the key. Music,
Sometimes music speaks words that words themselves couldn't express.
that's it. That's totally, that's totally it. Totally it. The What I wanted to ask you about is what got you inspired and what got your attention about pointy star-shaped guitars.
Believe it or not, my idol, absolute number one favorite guitar player is Gus G. That's why I play the shape. And there have been some other ones. Eddie Van Halen rocked a star at one point, In fact, little history thing for you. If you remember Eddie Van Halen's Shark guitar, where it had
Mm,
like little notches in the bottom,
yeah.
I think it was a Ibanez Destroyer
Yes.
originally, and
Yes.
he Van Halenized it, if you will. And I think Wayne Charvel saw that guitar and he's like, okay, that's cool. Now he went in there, tweaked it, and made what you would call the star. And of course, many of our favorite brands have their own take, but technically, if you will, correct me if I'm wrong, Charvel did it first officially as far as a production guitar. And I just, I don't know, Gus G's the one that got me into it, and I started to realize some of our other favorite players rocked them at one point. And Charvel, I just love the story, and the history behind it, and especially the shape, being originated with Charvel. That's where my heart is, so to speak. So blame Gus. I'm kidding. Oh man,
Well, see, the whole thing. I'm looking what um Dwight Bailey has to say. Music relaxes too. Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? Anytime that I put on some 70s Zeppelin or I put on some Pink Floyd Animals or something like that, it's like while I'm sitting here and while I'm designing graphics and stuff, I'll put on that music, and all of a sudden, it's just everything comes together. Everything just falls into place,
that's it.
and after listening to 3 or 4 albums now, and which Invictus is going to go on that morning rotation during the week for me while I while I'm working. I
Thank
I
you.
while I'm doing production work in the studio, I'm inspired. You inspire me, Shredley. You
Thank
inspire
you.
me. You inspire me to want to be a better producer, and you inspire me to want to be a better guitarist, and you inspire me to want to be a better show host and and a better graphic designer and everything. You, your music has the power and the magic to inspire people.
I
And
appreciate that. Thank you.
that's exactly what this show is all about. Hey, Fruitcake Tony's here. Say hi to Shredley, Fruitcake. Hey, Tony. So we were talking about now Black Star amps. Let's talk about Black Star a little bit. Nothing but good things about Black Star. I I took the liberty of pulling up a video of your newest Black Star head,
Woo.
and I listened to it, and I listened to somebody else play through it. I was just like, wow,
Yeah,
that
that's what I said too.
that thing is gnarly, man. That thing is gnarly. That thing is cool, dude. I love
It's a
that amp.
monster.
I love that amp of yours, man. It is cool. I love it. Dwight Bailey saying hello, fruitcake. You know, and the whole thing is, well, you know what? I think I'm gonna just do this. I think that I want to see. Okay, guys, get ready. Get ready to rock because now, before I do this, I just hit these comments real quick. I'll be checking out Shredley's. Well, my good man, music therapy lads, hold on to your seats because I have a single that I'm about to play, and then I'm gonna speak to Shredley about it. But first, I'm gonna play it.
Woo. Enjoy.
Let's 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 do it. Let let's do it. Are you ready, Laz? Be careful what you wish for. Come to Dreamland Studios, you just may get it. Enjoy.
So far, so good.
I love slide that. Man,
Woo.
oh yeah, I like that slide too. There.
Big bends right there. Woo.
that was beautiful, Dakota. Good job.
Thank you, thank
It's
you.
so be fresh.
It actually played all the way through. Thank goodness.
A writing assistant to boost your article for search
Anyway, that was cool, Dakota. That
Thank you.
let's see what the chat has to say because, dude, see that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Woo. Did anyone's ears bleed?
Let it rip. Come on, everybody. Yeah. And be totally. The White Bailey says sounds
Thank you.
great. Burning up those leads there. Ah. cool video, man. Right on. Right on, man.
Woo.
I couldn't have said any better myself. That you guys are speaking for me right now. Sick playing, man.
Uh,
Awesome, Charvel. Let's go down here. Let's see what else we got.
Bob.
Bomb, dude. I tried telling you that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Glad you
B,
guys enjoyed it. Woo.
music therapy les. Oh, yeah, whatever. Okay. And B, totally. Let's go. We need to scroll back up. There's a lot. The chat's blowing up, dude. That's a good sign.
People have spoken. They like it.
That's a good sign, dude. And B, hey, Will, Shirley, Dwight, Music Therapy Labs, Fruitcake Tony, Just Mike, what is up? And B, dude, thanks for being here, Ed. Awesome. Well, if you guys like that, then you guys are gonna love this next one. I'll be so while I'm getting set up here for the next video,
Okay.
let's talk about that video a little bit. Would you like to tell everybody the name of that?
Well, for one, I apologize for that god awful sound. I don't know what that was. Ow. But yeah, Revenant. That was the second one I put out because technically I put Remember out first. I wanted to give everyone a taste of something soft, but then I wanted to do the opposite end of the spectrum and give them something heavy, you know. And Revenant, we actually filmed it, which big shout out to my friend and brother in music, Andrew Ruiz. He goes by Nerd Roll on all your favorite, you know, streaming platforms like Twitch and whatnot. He is the one that filmed both my music videos and even did the orchestral accompaniment in the song Remember. But we went all the way to my family's sawmill, the Amacker family. We've always been ones to mess with lumber, specifically cypress. And I don't know, I just thought what would be more metal than filming the video for Revenant at a sawmill. Like there's machinery everywhere, saw blades, chains, you know, all this rustic metal looking stuff. So that's what we did. And we always knock everything out in one day as far as filming goes. And I just think it came out really cool, like as far as all the machinery and everything. And my dad, he's the one that would be in like the sawyer cab, you know, making sure the logs get cut. He's like, get up there on the deck and we'll put the carriage behind you, you know, and have like everything going off. And there's a couple clips you could see it when I'm up on that big metal deck. And I don't know, it came out really good, I think.
That was that was something, and to do that in a sawmill.
Absolutely.
That's genius. That is blooming genius, man. Good job, Stratton.
Thank you.
Good job. So before I go into the next video, so far I don't see anything from YouTube yet.
Okay.
Might be dodging a bullet. Let's see. So going into the next video, remember before I play this video of the making of Remember, what what is Remember about? What's your inspiration behind writing Remember?
Okay. This song in particular, I could talk about for hours, but the meaning behind it, like I said, my wife, she's fighting cancer. Ironically, long before we met, I lost my mom to cancer in 2016, and I wanted to do a song for her, and specifically the guitar used in this song, the red Charvel Star. It has a story behind it. Long story short, I've been trying to get one. It's always a timing thing. You know, one would not pop up when I had the cash, vice versa. One of my friends found one of the red Charvels and sent it to me for free. And I don't know, I ended up naming it after my mom because that's the one I wanted to do such with. And it was the ultimate guitar for that video. You know, I wanted to pay tribute to my mom. I used the guitar named after her, named Lisa. And it's just a song, not just for me, as far as remembering, you know, people that you've lost, but also just remembering the great times, the memories you've created together. Just remember it, you know. It's supposed to be a soft song, bring a tear to your eye, hopefully in a good way. But it's just a really sentimental song for everyone, you know. Remember the great times you had with someone you hold dear to you.
Well, I perfect, perfect, perfect,
Thank you.
perfect, perfect. let's check this out. Now, what I'm going to play right now, folks, my dreamers in the chat, and everybody's going to watch this on the replay, is a video that Shredley made about the guitar behind Remember.
Mhm.
So let's check it out.
Woo.
Okay. Let me just get queued up here. So when you're recording, Shredley, do you plug directly straight into your Black Star, or do you and triple track? So it sounds like you have a harmonizer going on certain
Believe it or
parts of these.
believe it or not, I do need to do a video on that. Let's see. Technically, three of my Black Star amps, two of which are heads. I have the ID TVP 100 watt. It's their digital one. It's supposed to emulate tube sounds, and that's the first Black Star amp I ever got. My first CD, I actually tracked using strictly that amp. You literally plug your guitar up, and it has a cable in the back that goes straight from the back of the head into a USB port in your computer. And that's it. No interface required. It basically thinks the amp head is the interface. And
Outstanding.
that was it, straight into it. And as far as the new album, I used the HT Stage 100 Mark II, which is a tube amplifier, but you can hook it up the same way into the computer with real tube tones. I don't know how it works, but it is awesome. The entire album, that's what I used, and it just sounds great. And no effects. Don't even think I used delay or anything on this one. The first CD, I used some of the effects built into the ID 100 head, but that's it. No interface required. It recognizes it, and that's it. You're good to go. You can track anything right there on the spot.
So
Now,
what? Huh?
well, I was
What?
going to say, like the harmonies, I did track them individually. I do have a
Yeah.
harmonizer pedal live sometimes, but I tracked everything individually, and you put it all together, and it sounds like you have it right there.
So what is your DAW of choice?
Was it? Say it again. Oh,
What is?
DAW choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think I started out using Audacity. Had to start somewhere. But at the moment, and I swear by it, I use Reaper, and it does everything the big, fancy ones do, and it's a step up from Audacity in my opinion, and it's capable of handling anything you could need. So Reaper.
Well, I bet I have Reaper also.
Woo.
I also use Studio One Five Persona Studio One Five Pro for production sometimes, but
Oh,
I have Reaper, and I'm still trying to learn how to use GarageBand.
definitely a process.
So like everything else in life, right?
Oh yeah,
Everything in life is baby steps.
step by step.
Yeah, it's having the patience and the courage to keep taking baby steps until
Oh,
you reach your goal. That's the trick.
you're absolutely right.
All of this is because of that, you
Mhm.
know? So, in any ado, hey, dreamers, I have another video for you. This is my guest, Shredley, and he's talking about the name or the story behind the guitar that he used on Remember. This is going to be good. Kick your feet up and talk to each other. Feel free to ask my guest Shredley a question. And what I'm probably going to do, I'm probably going to start adding a hotline to the show so people can call it, but I'm not quite there yet. So for um, right now, just ask 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 my guest a question. Ask Shredley, Dakota, Amacker a question, and I'm sure that he would be happy to answer it.
Absolutely.
So, for your enjoyment, the story of the guitar that was used on the song Remember. Enjoy.
All right, so in honor of the fact that my brand new single, Remember, off my upcoming solo album, Invictus, is dropping today, drop. First and foremost, if you're not familiar, this is the guitar that I named after my mom. I lost to cancer in 2016, and this one's name is Lisa. I'm going to drop a link below so you can check out the story behind it. But in short, this was the guitar I wanted to use for this video. I wanted to make its debut in this song in particular because this is a tribute to my mom. And I just thought it'd be perfect, the setting, the story behind the song itself. And I finally finished it, putting all the gold hardware and everything on here.
Oh,
Thank you to EMG Pickups for the
beautiful.
5766 set in this guitar. And I don't know, I love this guitar. I've been trying to track one down for my mom, and thanks to a friend, I got it, and it's finally complete, perfect. And I wanted to have the ultimate song to debut it in, so that's why I used this one for the video. I even used this one to track all the leads and everything on the actual song. So, here you have it, Lisa. Now, if you've seen some of the screenshots, you've probably noticed I actually have an acoustic in the video.
Yeah.
And that is this one, my Fender Sonoran. I got this one, I don't know, years and years ago. Bought it brand new, and great playing, great sounding. I mean, it's not quite the acoustic tone I like. Hadn't quite found it yet, but I love this guitar very much. And I used it in the video, for the song Remember, on the beach and everything. Played all the acoustic parts, tracked all the parts on this guitar. So there you have it. That's the two guitars you'll see in the video. And I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. It's going to be awesome. Definitely, I will tell you this much, it's definitely a lot softer, a little bit more mellow song coming from me, the whole shred thing. But I think you guys enjoy it. So be on the lookout this coming Wednesday, the 28th. It'll be on YouTube and also my artist page here on Facebook. So be on the lookout. It's a coming.
Awesome. Awesome, Dakota. Awesome. When you let's see, I also have I'll just run this real quick.
So many ads.
Redley Amacker, and this is the Jackson JS Series Gus G Signature Star. There you have it. The
There you
Steve
have it.
SG JS Series Signature Star from Jackson. They have three models. They have the JS Series, then I think the X Series, which is a little bit better quality, comes with a neck through, and of course the USA made ones. And I don't know, this is the entry level one, and I've had his, past signatures through ESP LTD. I had one of the red ones, Gus 200, and it was a great guitar. But in my opinion, the Jacksons, being the cheapest and most affordable model,
Yeah.
perform and just play and sound like 10 times better than the LTDs did.
Yeah.
And I don't know, a lot of the specs, one volume, three-way toggle, stop tell, bridge, two humbuckers, 24 frets, and this one's actually made out of poplar with
Mhm.
a maple neck with a rosewood board.
Yeah.
Of course, like I said, 24 frets. And they scooped out this right here and some of his later LTD models. They did the same thing with the Jacksons, but they also added this little tummy contour right here. So not only is it a great playing guitar, you have ultimate access to the whole neck all down it, and it just looks great as well. Quality wise, all I did when I got it straight out the box, I tightened up some things that got kind of shook around during shipment, but stays in tune pretty great. It's got your diecast Jackson tuners. If you know me, I like my locking ones, but these are pretty solid. But yeah, it's a great guitar. You can get them for about 400 brand new,
Mhm.
and they come in this finish, white with the black pinstripes, and then the opposite, black with the white, which matches the headstock. I kind of wish this one had the white matching headstock, but it's cool. I mean, I love this guitar already. But there you have it. If you have the extra cash laying around or want a star that you can put some work into, especially this one being a bolt neck, you could swap necks on it. I would
Yeah.
recommend this one. It's a
Yeah.
great guitar and sounds great stock straight out the box. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
More ads.
More ads. Sorry about these ads.
Whew.
The and before I shut, okay, I am looking for. Here it is, right here. Okay, guys, this is the song. Remember, this is the song that Shredley wrote for his mom. I know the importance of this. I have a guitar named after my wife. It's important. It's very, very, very important. This is from Shredley's heart and his soul. Enjoy. Remember, everybody. And let's honor his mom with the respect she deserves. Okay?
Thank you.
I will kick you out if you don't. Wow.
Woo.
Thank you, Carol. Oh man.
Chill bumps, right?
Oh man. Before I get into the before I get into the comments, let me just shut YouTube off here for a second so I don't offend anybody. Uh, thank you. I only played through videos. They shouldn't say much to me, I hope. Okay, so Danny Warren is here. Where's Danny Warren at? Where's Danny? Wait a minute. Let's check it out. I think I will start with music. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, Dwight Bailey saying hello to Shredley. Thank you,
Hello, hello.
Dwight. I'll be checking out Shredley's music too.
Thank you,
You
thank you.
you've heard some of Shredley's music. What do you say, Lass? He kicks it ass, man.
Oh,
It's a real deal. Hey now, TK. Let's see, Ed B. Hey, Will Shredley, Dwight Music Therapy Last Pre-K Tony, just Mike. Oh, yeah, hit it. Absolutely. Hey, Ed B.
fire.
Fire, fire, fire. Ah. Dwight Bailey, fire. Ed B. You're cool, man. Dwight Bailey, giving up a bunch of love there. Yeah, Ed B. Sick playing, man. Awesome Charbel, without a doubt. Cool video, Ed B. Uh,
Mm,
let's see. Dwight Bailey says, sounds great. Burning up the leads. Okay, hey, Ed. Dude,
Everyone loves the white Charvel, I'm telling you.
everybody loves it, man. Yeah, that all guitars have a mojo and have a story and a secret to tell.
Truth
That
be told, every guitar in my arsenal has a name and pretty much a story behind it too.
just like my it's like my guitars there. Each of
That's
them,
it.
you know, I'm asked, Will, why do you name your guitars? I said, well,
Very sentimental. Each one deserves a name.
each one deserves a name. That's it. I couldn't say any better myself, Bradley. Ed B. Yeah, just Mike. The bomb. Okay, the bomb. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, amazing job. Music there. Okay, right on. We
Thank you.
digging it. Start kicking butt. Absolutely, my brother lads. Absolutely, Ed B.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
Just subscribe, dude. There you go.
Mhm.
There you go. Let's see. Amazing, beautiful guitar and background story. Remember,
Thank
is
you
an
for that.
amazing, beautiful song. Very tasteful shredding and harmonies. Big kudos. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I ain't
Um,
gonna lie. Every time I play the solo in that one, I almost tear up and cry. I was like, "Come on, straight face. You got to play it right."
wait till you're done. I say amazingly a lot. That is how amazed I am. Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
Thank you.
I'm amazed also, Ed. Trust me.
Woo.
Oh, man. Let's see. Someone put Nightbot in timeout. Yeah, that's the thing. If everybody that's watching right now could hit those Nightbot commands,
Mhm.
that will help this show run a lot smoother, folks. Appreciate all your help.
Woo.
Yeah, they're all at the beginning, the top of the chat. Please hit them, and in the description box of the show right now. Shredley, what are your biggest guitar influences and artists that Ed B is
I can
asking?
answer. Uh, well, believe it or not, I started out in like blues and southern rock, so a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yes, I love my Hendrix, but I was a Stevie Ray guy more so. A lot of Leonard Skinner, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and eventually I got into like Randy Rhoads, Zach Wild, all the big '80s guys, and eventually I got an Yngwie Malmsteen. And I think we all know where that went. Um, like right now, if I'd quote my 3 or 5 top favorite guitar players: Gus G, Andy James, Zach Wild, Yngwie. I want to say 6, but I'm going to say like Jason Becker as far as like my Floyd Rose stuff when I use one, but also Ollie Herbert from the band All That Remains. Rest in peace. His vibrato and how he'd get like multiple fills and notes out of just one bend. I don't know. That's what I picked up off of Ollie, but that's my top 5, top 6. Gus G being number 1, of course. Woo,
Great choices, my friend. Great, great choices.
woo.
Sounds great. The White Bailey says, Ed B, I love Jackson guitars.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, Jackson guitars are pretty good. I like them too, Ed.
Oh
Awesome
yeah.
apps. The White Bailey, great looking guitar, music therapy labs. Noise. No,
Oh,
God, took me a minute. I've never quite seen spelled out like that before. Cool as. Right on. Wow, we got a lot of comments here. Uh, Good thing I love Jackson Kelly. Also, just one volume only. And Jackson King V. They make the ultimate metal guitars, in my opinion.
absolutely.
Danny Warren, welcome to the show, my friend. This is my guest, Shredley. I am humbled and I'm very honored that Shredley is on the show today. And Shredley reached out to me,
Mhm.
and I'm more than happy to have him come back at any time. Thank you very much, Danny Warren, for being here. How are you doing, Danny? How's everything going with your musical mission you're on? Let everybody know in the chat. Thank you
Woo.
for being here, Danny.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Danny. And Dwight Bailey. And Dwight saying hello to Danny. Do you know Danny Warren? Dwight, Danny Warren's a good guy. He's a good guy and he's very helpful and he has a lot of great creative ideas. And if you don't know Danny Warren, check out his Facebook page. Get to know him. He's a good guy. Thank you,
Got to
Danny.
link up.
Yeah, link up.
Woo.
Ed B said, checked out Remember earlier on your channel. Incredible song. Love hearing it again and again. Very tasteful and beautiful tribute to your mom.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I really do appreciate that.
Man, man. It was, and it will always be. As long as my show's here, that video will always be honored. Ed B saying hi, Danny Warren. Music. Become a guitarist. Say, remember, is an awesome song. Great melody and playing. Your mom, Lisa, would be so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you, Adam.
I agree with that 150%. Some more applause. Ed B throwing out some hearts. Let's see what Laz has to say. We got a lot in
Ah,
the chat. Dude, that was incredible. Amazing melody and great playing. Yeah, music great.
surely you don't always play slow, but when I do, I can make some emotionally feelsy music too. Uh,
That's awesome. Okay, yeah, it does exist. Yes, it does exist.
ah,
DJ. DJ
sweet.
says, hey, brother, it's Matt. Your music is awesome. Keep up the good work. Making popular film Miss Proud, boy. Bro, I don't know who that is, but welcome to the show. I'm glad that you are watching right now. My name is
Oh
the
yeah,
Dreamer. This
that's
is
my
my
friend Matt. We went to school together, and went to Poplarville High School together. That's where I grew up, Poplarville, Mississippi. So thank you. I'm trying.
now. Thank you,
Woo,
DJ, for being here. Let's see, Mike and
woo.
hello, fellow rockers. Hey, Mike himself, DJ Ibby. Wow, we actually got to the bottom of the chat. Good job, Charlie. And we do have some good folks, dreamers are here watching. Thank you and welcome everybody. And we have two hearts. So you know what? That's a good end of the day right there. Dwight Bailey. Hello. Dwight Bailey saying hi to everybody. So we're gonna talk about gear a little bit. Let's talk about gear.
All right.
Now I love talking about gear. And maybe if you watch I go through my pedal box and one of my the dreaming guitar shows on my social media. You watch that, I give a tour of all my guitars and I give a tour of my pedals and break down everything. Um kind of, just kind of roundabout because I have a lot of stuff. And mostly pedals right now. But um let's talk about gear now. I got turned on to a company that I've known about, being in the guitar world, I've known about for quite some time. ISP Technologies.
Okay.
Okay, ISP Technologies, who originally created the Decimator noise gate. for guitarists and for musicians, for touring professionals. It's a one rack space noise gate that's been used on tours and by pros for years and years and years, decades. Well, there's a all in one. A it's not a modeler, and it's not a simulator.
Okay.
It's called the ISP Theta Pro, and I got turned on to this by Michael Sweet of Striper because Michael has his own signature line with ISP, and I ended up getting my hands on the starter one, which is the scaled down version of the. It's called the MSX,
Okay.
and I wanted to tell you about that. If
Sweet.
if you have any interest in anything like that, I know you got the killer Black Star app, so
Mhm.
you probably don't even need it. I don't know, but I do know that it's an awesome, awesome product. And I also know it's not a modeler like I was saying, like all the big, 17, $1,800 modelers out there that are fine for what they do, and they're great at what they do, and I
Mhm.
love them to death. The campers and the line sixes. I was a line six user for a long
Oh,
time. I love line six. I still love line six, but I got my hands on an ISP Theta MSX, and that thing plugs straight into my mixer. That thing is wicked cool. It's a tone shaper. It's
cool.
not a modeler. It's a digital tone shaper that sounds analog.
Oh wow.
Man, if you ever get a chance, check out Michael Sweet's videos on YouTube for his signature, the ISP Theta Pro Michael Sweet edition. It's yellow and black. It has two rows of buttons. Mine is black, the MSX, except it doesn't have the top row. It just has six buttons, but it has all the power and all the tone shaping tones
Mhm.
that Michael Sweet's high end Theta Pro has. And
Cool.
it just doesn't have two rows of buttons. That's okay. Six is good enough for me. But um,
Awesome.
it's all yeah, really. It like I said, I know you're a big Black Star user, and I love Black Star too. Black Star using Kentner.
Oh,
Have you ever heard the using Kentner Black Spirit pedal?
uh, not yet, but I'm curious. I'm willing to try anything just to see what it can do.
It's on Reverb, and what it is, it's a pedal format that is basically an amp in a box. Um,
Oh, okay.
so it's basically the tone circuit out of the big monster using Kentner Black Spirit head that I believe it's 150 watts
Mhm.
or something like that. The headroom is just massive, but the tone out of this pedal and the tone out of the ISP Data Pro MSX, Black Star is right up there. Black Star using Kentner and ISP are like the top three,
Yeah.
my top three go tos. And, and, um, I just wanted to share that with you. So
Thank you.
in case you ever want to check it out.
Okay. Cool.
So let's talk about your Black Star amps.
All right.
How
Whew.
many? Well, we won't get into that, but what is your favorite one?
Um. Well, tone wise, like I said, my dream amp is the one I acquired recently, the HT Metal 100. It's a very versatile amp. It's got, it's built for metal, but it actually can handle blues, hard rock, and even the clean channel is so crystal clear, it's unreal. And I hadn't got to play it, on stage yet, but I will soon. But it's an absolute powerhouse of an amp. There's just so much power there because I always use active pickups, and all my stars, I have one volume 3-way toggle. That's it. And I normally like having the power at my volume knob. If I need to quieten it down, I'd cut it back a little bit from the guitar. But this amp, I actually had to dial back the gain a little bit more because it's just so powerful. It's right there. And I love it. Now, as far as tracking and everything, I recently got the Black Star, what is this? The V30 40 watt ID Core. Yeah, the ID Core V3 40 watt. And very cool little amp because I wanted to have my tone on the go. Well, it's got a little handle built into it. But I also have the HT Stage 100 Mark II. That's what I tracked this album with, the new album. And then, of course, my first CD I tracked with the Black Star ID 100 TVP, which is a digital amp head built to simulate or emulate tubes. And I tracked the first CD with that, my Unora EP. But I know my new head that I got, the HT Metal 100, as far as tracking, I'd probably have to, reamp it or mic it and whatnot. Compared to my other amps, you can literally just hook straight into your computer via USB. But I love them all. Now, as far as convenience sake, just grab something on the go. Probably my little 40 watt. But as far as on stage in the studio, my HT Stage 100 Mark II has done me solid. And I would carry the ID 100 as a backup. Say a tube pops or worst case scenario, I know that amp head would be a solid backup. And both of them sound great in the studio live. And of course, my new one I'm going to have to see, but I have a great feeling it's going to blow everything else I have away. Very, very confident.
Would you care to share anything about your backup?
A backup? Well, like I say, it's the ID 100 TVP. When I'd use the HT Stage 100 Mark II, that's the backup head I'd bring to it, the ID 100, because I rocked it for a long time because that was the first Black Star amp I got. And it's digital, but it sounds fantastic. It handles any genre, and it's got built-in effects, delay, flange, all that good stuff. And like I said, I used it for a long time before I got the HT Stage 100 Mark II, and then just tubes. I mean, in my opinion, there's nothing better than a tube amp. I love it. And of course, the HT Metal 100 is even more emphasis on tube power. I mean, my gosh, it's like very, very powerful. That's all I can think to say.
So, have you ever heard? Fruitcake Tony says, "Got to put on my glasses on to see you now. You're small." Well, I tried to fix that, Tony.
Ah,
I'm in Flowood, Mississippi. Do you know where that's at?
I'm guessing that's up towards the top part of the state. I'm right along the beach myself, Bay St. Louis, Mississippi gang. Woo!
So, what is it? What would you say is inspiration? Your surroundings in Mississippi and your surroundings in Hurricane Alley. Where, what is the inspiration? Does that have an impact on your songwriting, on your creativity?
Truth be told, like when I first start out, I always joke saying I lived around, nothing around me but cornfields and cow pastures, literally. And most people around here, like I say, play country music and at best in a cover band. So the fact I do what I do, I'm not saying it was looked at like, oh, Satan, you're playing guitar too fast. Play some chords or something. Talk about tractors. I'm picking. Please don't crucify me. Nah, but it is kind of odd what I do, considering where I'm from and what everyone else does around here. But I could see it like some of my softer stuff I have, like a lot of the pastures and whatnot, is kind of inspiring, scenery wise. kind of sparks you to want to write something more mellow, if you will. And in fact, the song on the album, which everyone else will hear very shortly, Darkest Obsidian. Did you get a chance to jam that one? It's a little bit more mellow, more
Yeah,
bluesy, I've been
yeah.
told.
That's all
That
it
one,
is.
that
Thank
one, I
you.
actually, we will be filming a music video for it eventually. I want to kind of, I'll probably wear a black suit, got my black Charvel star, and I wanted to walk through the streets of Bay St. Louis. They call it Old Town, where it's got like your brick buildings, street lights and all that. I'd want to do it after dark. It just kind of has that vibe to it.
Hmm.
Very scenic, very rustic, kind of old fashioned, old timey looking. So certain sceneries and environments can inspire, you to try things musically in a way. So yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's always good. And Poplarville has one red light.
Yeah,
TJ.
no joke. Oh man.
I've never been to Poplarville.
Very, very small community. We got quite a few talented musicians. I'm very honored to be from Poplarville, and everyone doing their thing musically. A lot of country, a lot of R&B, and of course me doing the metal thing. I'm the oddball of the bunch, but a lot of great folks came out of Poplarville.
Well, what would you say if you had your chance to work with any brand you could? Who would be the top brands you would pick if it was offered?
Definitely, of course, I'm trying to get with all my favorite brands, but I've always been one to, like I said, I really was inspired by Eddie Van Halen to make stuff work for me. And truth be told, all my Charvel stars are just about where I would need them to be if I were to customize them. One volume, three-way toggle, Les Paul inspired stop tail bridge. Um, I'd probably want to go with Charvel. Like that's one of my absolute dreams. And as far as signature models, I've never been one to. Oh, hello there.
Hi, Sandra. Thank you for
Woo.
being here. Sandra Lee, Nocturnal Butterfly. It's in the house. What's happening? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh yeah, but it would. I definitely have to go with Charvel as far as like an absolute dream company and brand I'd want to work with because I have so many ideas. Like, I love the Desolation series. That's what most of my Charvel stars are from, or all of them, in fact, the Desolation series. And I've had people literally try to go out and buy this exact guitar from that series to try and, you know, get my signature model, which doesn't exist yet. But I have so many ideas, different variations and colors. And I've mentioned it to people in a lot of the big Charvel groups on Facebook, for example, and they just love the idea. Well, what specs? What options? Like, we would love that. And I'm like, see, people would love to have a Shredley signature. It'd be awesome. But one day, fingers crossed, that's what I'm working towards. If not, I'm still gonna fly that flag. I love Charvel to tears. Always have, always will.
Charvel. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Charvel.
That's it.
There's the white saying, hi to Nocturnal Butterfly.
Hello, hello.
Sonia's here also. Hey,
Woo.
thanks for being here, Nocturnal Butterfly. And let me tell you, Nocturnal Butterfly has a killer show on Monday mornings. It's called The Party Line. I highly recommend it to anybody in the Dreamers watching in the chat.
Okay.
Check it out. Go to YouTube, put in The Party Line. It's great. It's my favorite coffee, good morning, coffee time talk show. I love it.
Awesome.
Thank you for being here, Nocturnal Butterfly. Thank you. And Dwight Bailey saying hi, Nocturnal Butterfly. So, if you had your chance to play any, okay, so say that you could build a pedal board, what would be on it, Shredley?
Well, truth be told, don't get mad at me. I've always been a straight into the amp kind of guy, but when I do play live, occasionally I'll use a harmonizer pedal because I love my harmonies, And I don't use very many pedals, but I know how to use a wah pedal. Like if I had to say an example, Zach Wild, when he uses it, he just makes it scream, you know? And I don't know, I did think it would be cool to possibly have like my own signature harmonizer, maybe. My biggest problem is like if you notice, most of my songs, if not all of them, have harmonies. In fact, I'm just going to say it: all of my songs have harmonies. There we go. Problem being on stage, like I always would arrange my songs in order of key. Like say the first three are in this key, and then the third song would lead into another key, but another song starts in that key. And I'd have to do that because I'd have to crouch down and change what key I'm in on the pedal. And I mean, it's not a problem, but I almost wish there's a way to, be able to swap between them without having to like reach down there and make sure you don't hit the wrong knob in the wrong key or something, maybe a multi-channel kind of thing. So maybe a harmonizer pedal.
Talk about harmonizers.
Mhm.
The harm. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. The the harmonizer on the ISP Theta Pro, it has a wicked pitch detune.
Hmm.
It phenomenal. Now, when it comes to harmonizers, I ask you this question because I love pitch detune, and
Okay.
I love you know Brian May, Dr. Brian May,
Oh
that
yeah.
5 part that 5 part harmony that he literally invented, and just that it's Dr. Brian May playing when you hear those riffs from Bohemian Rhapsody or even Killer Queen. It's Dr. May playing with
Hmm.
it. It's absolutely mind blowing. Now, at that time, Dr. May was using those vintage Eventide rack harmonizers, but Eventide, who had been always kind of my harmonizer pitch detune go to, it's always either Eventide or Digitech. Then I got into Line 6, and they have a pretty good harmonizer, and they have a pretty good pitch detune.
Cool.
Um, but but Digitech, the whammy pedal,
Yeah.
that's definitely a good one. And there's a reason why the whammy pedal's been used on tours for decades by professional touring artists. Um, but I gotta tell you, really, for a straight harmonizer, I would definitely have to say Digitech, or I would definitely again, ISP. It, the the genius of Mr. Buck Waller is mind blowing, and I will always. And I don't get paid to say this, but Mr. Waller, sir, if you're listening or you catch this on the replay, I'm all for ISP, and so is the show. I love ISP. I love ISP. I mention that because I truly love it. And I think that you might kind of dig it too. Just check out Michael Street's videos. But for harmonizers, the
Mhm.
Eventide, the H9 is always a good one. And there's the
Sweet.
H9 core. So that's about 450. And um, it I, who, who's the player, who's the artist that took a harmonizer or pitch detune
Mhm.
pedal of some sort and threw a wah and a delay on top of that? Who did that?
That's a good question. Like I know Boss, they have a lot of combinations. Like as far as multi effects pedals,
I have
I
one.
rocked one for years, and it, like you said, it had all those effects built into it. Had the built-in wah pedal, and I like Boss. Like I've used. That's what I say. My harmonizer's a Boss. I think it's a PS6 harmonist pedal. A little bitty stomp box. Stomp box. There we go. But they've been infamous for their multi effects pedals, like you say, and you can swap between everything, and really cool.
Well, I have a Boss GT1 hanging up right over here, and
Cool.
before I got my Positive Grid Spark, the Boss GT1 was the thing for me totally. But then I got the Boss Katana 50, and then you could start to manipulate sounds using Boss Tone Central. But then I got the Positive Grid Spark. I started doing everything off my tablet through the Spark app. For recording and live streams, that's definitely the way to go. But now
Cool.
that I have that ISP MSX, that's going to totally revolutionize and totally change up the way I do everything now, because
Sweet.
running straight into my mixer and run the mixers, directly into my computer. Well, like it is now. Um,
Cool.
oh, so what are your goals? What are your goals, Dakota, for your music? Where do you want to see your musical journey go lead to?
Personally, I'm just trying to reach as many people as I can that are into that, guitar virtuoso kind of playing. And like I said, I came from the middle of nowhere, and if I can do it, I want anyone out there to know that they can do it too. If you put your mind to it, put in the work, and are dedicated and driven enough, if you want it bad enough, you can do it. You just got to go for it. And like I say, a lot of us out there have stuff we're going through, but even myself, there's people out there going through worse. I even managed to crank out this album while going through too much, if you will. So it's possible. Just go for it. You can do it.
Absolutely. That There you go, everybody. Find out what you're good at,
Mhm.
learn about it, work on it, reach for the stars. Anybody
That's
can do
it.
it. Anybody can do it. Just gotta believe in yourself first and foremost.
Absolutely.
That's the trick right there for all of us. That's the trick. So let's see here what we have here. Laz is thinking
Pomerello, Rage Against the Machine.
Amarillo. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
that very well right there. Oh, Nocturnal, say hello to Eric for me. Absolutely. Music there. Hey, hey, Nocturnal Butterfly.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
Sonia. Do I say hi to Laz? Yeah, it is well, thanks for dropping by.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much for being here. It means a lot. It really does.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nocturnal Butterfly. Bless you. Thank you. So, what I'm wondering, that leads me to my next question. If you had an opportunity to go on a national touring act and get hired as a backup musician, basically,
Like a hired gun, kind of.
yeah, become a hired gun, get some experience, and in that field, who would it be?
Oof.
Who would be the national act that you would want to be picked up by?
That is a good question because I have been approached in the past with offers, bands wanting to fly me out and they cover everything, just want me to play for them. But I don't know, an example, in my opinion, kind of like what I do would be like Andy James playing for Five Finger Death Punch. Phenomenal guitar player. Jason Hook, still love him. Very, very excellent guitar player. But I don't know, like that. I'd have to think about that one. That's a really good question because, of course, financially it would always be great, of course, if the money's there. But it's like, is it something I would really want to do? It'd have to be a band that I grew up loving or something to that extent. That's a big thing for me, I guess. Because, like I said, I've had opportunities to do something not to that extreme in the past, and I just would always decline trying to do my thing and with my band Awoken Infinium. And I've passed up multiple opportunities, but who knows? It would be awesome to play for some of my inspirations or idols if it came to that. That would be pretty cool. Because I know, like, a lot of the bands I listened to in my formative years, like, I come from, like I said, blues and southern rock, but as far as metal and everything, I'm a really, really big power metal guy. Firewind, um, Hammerfall, Mystic Prophecy, bands like that. And some of those bands, ironically, Gus G played for a lot of bands in his formative years.
Yeah.
And there's kind of like this kind of shred guy stature that a lot of those bands need. And sometimes they have a revolving lead guitar spot. So if something like that were to approach me, I don't know. We'd have to see. Really interesting possibility.
Yeah. Well, anything can happen.
Mhm.
Yet check out Dakota's single Revenant here and click on the link. Show some love. Dakota's an amazing, amazing musician. And I am
Thank you.
very honored that he is here today. And I'm equally as honored that he reached out to me. Thank you very much, Dakota.
Thank you.
Is there any shout outs that you would like? Is there any
Well,
shout outs that you would like?
okay. Like I said, big shout out to my friend Drew that's helped me with the music videos and everything. Like as far as like the orchestral accompaniment and remember. He also is the guy that filmed everything for me. I'm talking rolling around in the sand and sawdust piles. That's my dude right there. Be sure to check him out on Twitch and look him up on Facebook, Instagram, Nerd Roll. Me and him actually have something in the works. We did put out one song called "Carol of the Dunes." It was a collaboration we did. Really, really fun little video. But eventually we'll be putting out something, a little EP, Nerd Roll and Shredley. But big shout out to him. He helped tremendously with this album. Um, Also, thank you to my live drummer Jacob. He's a phenomenal drummer. You'll be able to catch us on stage for too long and play these songs live. Uh, Tony Byrne, he's the one that actually tracked all 13 of the drums. We went and did that and ended up going with the original tracks. But a big thank you to him for taking the time to help us, even though we went with the original ones. And then, of course, big shout out to my wife. She's the sole reason I'm able to do any of this and can relate. That's my rock. I love you, Amanda. I'm actually named Dakota after a state. She's named Virginia. You got Dakota and Virginia. But and of course, all my brands that have endorsed me, big shout out to them. Elixir Strings, Rock Off Picks, Spectraflex Cables, Lizard Spit products. I love them. They keep me going. And I do love Charvel, EMG, and Black Star, of course. I'm trying to make them proud, maybe one day officially. But I love my brands to tears, as you know. They help make this possible. So, and of course, thank you to everyone that's helped make this possible. 2 CDs deep now, more to come. I am nothing without the people that keep pushing me. So thank you to everyone, really.
Yeah, me and you both. Me and you both. That's because of the nocturnal butterflies. That's because of the Whites and the Just Mikes and the Marcy Douglases and the J Lambs Remy's and High Voltage Magazine
Oh yeah.
and the O'Donnell Media Group in LA. And I mean, my list is pretty long. It is pretty long.
Oh
So before, and I agree with you about your wife. My wife is the same thing to me. My wife Cindy is my rock, and she's the one that tells me you can do it, babe. You're good. You can do it.
That's it.
I believe in you. And to have that kind of love and dedication and passion in your life,
Oh, yeah,
it's essential.
absolutely.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it. So before I give a few shout outs here, do you have any questions for me?
Well, I do want to thank you. This was awesome, and I am honored to be on here and to be featured. I really do appreciate that and all the work you're doing and the shout outs and links and everything. Thank you for all you've done and will do. I know I speak for everyone. I say we appreciate you. Thank you, Will.
It's my honor and it's what I love. It's I wear my heart on my sleeve about life and my new friends and my
Mhm.
wife and my marriage and my life and what I'm trying to do here. And I wear my heart on my sleeve with everything that I do. Somebody told me once that said, "Will, your expressions, you show your feelings on your face." Well, I can't help it. I wear my heart on my sleeve,
Oh yeah,
and that means that you know I'm I'm stressed out, or I don't like when I don't like what's being said when somebody's saying it. It just shows on my face. I don't go out of my way. It just happens. Not
oh yeah.
like I plan it or anything. It just happens because I'm very passionate about the things I say, and I'm very passionate about the things that I do. And I'm very dedicated and loyal
Oh,
because without all those things, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today.
I hear that.
And what I'm doing now is a blessing. It's a blessing. And I also just want to let everybody know, if you look in the description box below, you will see the 3 editions of the High Voltage magazine that Hanging with the Dreamer is featured in. The fourth edition is getting ready to come out anytime on Facebook. And I have Jay Lambs Remy to thank for that. Big shout out goes to Jay. Big shout out goes to High Voltage. Big shout out goes to Walk from Hell Radio, and big shout out goes out to the Circus of Dark Radio. Thank you for always showing the dreamer love. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. And also, you could check out the new merch today, the Circus of Dark apparel, the Dreamer edition. I have my own shirt for High Voltage Magazine. This is the Dreamer edition, the Dreamer's Life. Check it out, everybody. We work, Jay and I work hard on this stuff, and this is all dream inspired here. But please check it out. Um, it mean a great deal. Check out all of Dakota's links in the description box. Thank you, everybody, for being here today.
Thank you.
Ed B saying hi, Nocturnal Butterfly. Thanks, Will Shredley, for a cool interview. Well, thank you for being here, Ed.
Thank you.
You're the reason why I do this stuff. You and Fruitcake Tony and Butterfly and Sonia and just everybody. It's the reason why I keep doing this stuff. There's other things that I need to focus my attention on, like playing, but I just this is this is working. So those dreams keep coming to me at night. So this stuff's gonna keep going.
There you go.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, and I love doing it. Great show. Thank you, Dwight. Thank you very much. Cool stream, guys. Thank you, Ed B. Yeah. Well, everybody, this Wednesday coming up, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. As you can see in my webcam here, well, you can't see right there, so I guess I got
Uh-oh.
to stick it there. And I have Chris AD from the new metal band, um, from a very forward-thinking new metal band coming up Wednesday, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. And I also have High Desert Queen out of Texas
Cool.
at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. And it is going to be they're out of Texas. And I also just want to throw another name out there, if I may, Shredley. Just throw
Okay.
another name out there, Stress Level Red. Check out Stress Level Red. I always got to give them a big shout out. Those are my brothers from another mother.
Okay.
Yep, those are good guys. Good guys get to know. Music Therapy Labs, awesome to learn about Dakota. Well, thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, lads. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Thank you for being here. And just very quickly, yeah, thank you, Laz. I appreciate it because this stuff's hard. I appreciate it. Thank you, Laz. Yeah, everybody, please hit the thumbs up, share this stream out, share it out to everybody that you know. That
Tell your friends.
yeah, share my streaming links with everyone you know today, so we can make a positive difference in someone's life. Hopefully,
That's it.
that's all I'm trying to do, folks. It's just do some good, have some good energy, and send some good vibes out to the world. There's too much anger, too much hatred, too much just terrible, terrible sadness, and it's all needless. It doesn't
Need
have
as much
to
positive impact as we can have, especially nowadays. I agree.
be, you know. So everybody support Dakota and everything that he's doing.
Thank you
Support
so
the
much.
dreamer. Support Dreamland Studios, where I'm trying to bring you. I have guests on the line till the third week of August right now, and I know that towards the end of the year there will be more. I've already seen evidence of that. Um, this is my reality. This is my life. I have my beautiful wife Cindy. I have my baby sitting over here. I've got this big old sign behind me. I've got, the high voltage video magazine. I've got a lot to be thankful for. Be thankful for the small things and the big things in life, and love those you meet. Have an
Absolutely.
have an open heart for those you meet until they show otherwise. Give them the benefit of the doubt on those rare, extreme occasions. That's hard to do. And let's see what else is going on here. Oh, and just be good to each other.
Mhm.
And on behalf of my awesome guest Dakota, Shredley, and Macker, do me a favor and pick up his album. I've heard the whole thing. Pick them up. Pick them both up. Pick them both up.
There we
That's
go.
it. Pick them both up. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed.
I
And
still got I still got quite a few copies of the new one. Now, as far as my first CD, I think I've got less than 10 copies. I can get more made, but they're going quick. And the album officially drops on July 11th. So 7/11. I did that on purpose. I can remember it. But it'll be on all your favorite music streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all that stuff. So 7/11.
keep the dream going. Music Therapy Laz says, I have no choice. I have to. I'll be
Got to do
very,
the thing.
I'll be very upset at myself if I don't.
Oh, yeah.
very upset because I'll be going against what I believe in, and I won't do that. I won't betray myself. Therefore, I won't betray anybody else. Thank you, Laz, for that awesome, awesome encouragement. Keep the dream going. Thank you, everybody. This has been an amazing show. And for those that who will catch it on the replay, you've been listening to Hanging with the Dreamer with your host, me, the Dreamer, and my awesome, awesome guest, Dakota Shredley Amacker.
Whew. Thank
Dude,
you. Thank you.
you kick ass, man, and I'm very privileged to have you here.
Thank you.
You
It
have
was an
no,
honor.
you have no idea what what runs you put in my head, and I got to figure out because I just have two other questions,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Go right ahead.
Are you tuned down to E flat?
Um, for years before I played the pointy guitars, I played Strats. Thank Ingve for that. And I tuned to, like you say, E flat, D sharp. Now I tune a whole step down to D standard. And now my
Yeah.
band Awoken Infinium, same thing. We just drop the low E and it's drop C. So a whole step down.
Now I was watching your finger placement, and I was watching your fretting hand.
Mhm.
Do you lean more towards diatonic mode, or a mixolydian mode?
Um, in a way, I do a lot of diatonic stuff because I see shapes, if you will, and a lot of boxy kind of patterns. And every now and then I'll try to mix it up, do something that doesn't sound, like myself trying to copy and paste. But most of my stuff is diatonic. There's little groups of three moving up and down the fretboard.
How did I know that? I'm glad I still know my music theory. That's
That's a good.
cool. That's cool. Wow.
Thank you.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired, and thank you for coming into the life of Dreamland Studios, Dakota, and thank you for spending your afternoon with me, and thank you for allowing me to share the awesome magic and the awesome power and the incredible talent that is Shredley with the world.
Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute blast. And everyone that tuned in, I hope they enjoy the album when it comes out. Hope they enjoyed the taste of the two songs we did show 'em.
I will, that's about it for today. You're very welcome. Anytime, anytime I will, just like for stress level red, I will make an exception in my schedule for you.
Oh, thank you so
And
much.
I will, and I don't have a problem with doing that. Thank you very much, Shredley.
Thank you.
And my I have a new outro video. It's kind of simplified. It's not as intense as my intro, but it I'm I'd still work in progress. I'm gonna be making some changes to it. Um, Probably in the morning for Wednesday.
Good.
Not a lot of changes though, but I'm just gonna add in um, O'Donnell Media Group, and I'm gonna add in a couple people. But in the meantime, I will be right back with you and enjoy the outro video. Thanks a lot, Shredley.
Thank you.